This fish is trash. At least that's what people say near where I live. Whenever I make a video about this fish, there's always people in the comments who say how disgusting it is. Here in the Northeast, people commonly use mackerel as bait to catch anything from striped bass to bluefin tuna. And because of this association as a smelly bait fish,
how do you feel about mackerel as food?
Mackerel isn't food, mackerel's bait. You think this is good? Have you ever tried a real ribeye?
many Americans find the thought of eating mackerel to be revolting.
Could it be that you just have a closed palate?
However, mackerel is actually eaten all around the world. The Japanese enjoy it as saba sushi, Koreans enjoy it grilled, Portuguese and Italians often eat it canned, and apparently
Irish people actually eat mackerel.
Love mackerel. So I live right by the coast, southwest coast of Ireland.
Today you're gonna see what it's like to commercially fish for mackerel. We're then going to sell the fish that we catch directly to the public. And afterwards I'm gonna link up with my buddy Barry to see just how good a trashy fish can taste. But before we could eat the fish, we had to catch the fish.
Willie?
Yeah.
Good to meet you. Brogan's friend?
Yeah.
Nice. Are you cold with the Crocs?
No, I'm from Vermont.
The day started at the boat launch where Cam and I went to meet Willie. Willie also really likes fishing, but apparently he wears Crocs every time he goes out, which may not sound that crazy at the time that this video is being posted, which is in July, but keep in mind this was filmed in May. After we saw some porpoises, we arrived at the mackerel spot. Now catching mackerel is pretty straightforward. You need something called a sabiki rig. A sabiki rig is basically a bunch of hooks on a single piece of line, and the hooks are dressed to imitate the tiny bait fish that these fish would eat. And in no time, we were hauling in mackerel 4 or 5 at a time. When you're unhooking mackerel, you have to be very careful because as you can see, they love to freak out, and the hooks on a sabiki rig are really dang sharp.
That feels great. That feels great.
Sabiki in the hand?
Yep.
The tote was very quickly filling up with mackerel, but we weren't leaving until we filled up this tote roughly 2.5 times, because 2.5 totes is about how much fish it takes to fill up this vat all the way. And the sooner we could fill the vat, the sooner I could bring these fish to hungry customers back home. But weirdly enough, mackerel wasn't the only thing that we were catching.
Look at the size of some of these sea bass that we're getting on bycatch on these sabiki rigs. Jumbo sea bass off season. Would have been a welcome bycatch if it was July 1st.
Be good wreck. Be good wreck fishing to come out here.
Wow.
After catching a few more mackerel, some sea bass, and even some choggies, it was time to head back in.
So these mackerel we're gonna sell direct today. The most important thing to do at this point is to make sure these fish get iced. So right now we're actually putting on a mixture of ice and salt water to create an ice slurry. That way these fish will stay very, very cold for the entire ride back. So by the time that these fish get to the people who are buying them, they're still just as fresh right out of the ocean.
But here's the thing, commercial mackerel fishing wasn't the full story. Cam here had ulterior motives. As you could probably guess, you don't need giant tuna rods to catch mackerel. Cam wanted to do some pre-season scouting for bluefin, and guess what we found on the way back?
This is Cam from Cambo Charters. Today is May, I don't know the date, and those are f***ing tuna. Oh my god.
Oh my god! Neutral, they're right there. They're right there. They're right there. I just saw them under the water. Oh, they're right there. They're right there. Oh, go towards.
Unfortunately, there were no tuna this trip, but exactly 1 week later, we came back to the exact same spot and had an encounter with the tuna that we'll never forget. So keep an eye out for that video. But in the meantime, it was time to sell all these
要
mackerel.
4根，对，你就称重量，然后我要拍一个照，然后因为我是帮他们带的，你就告诉我多少钱。
再送2条。
哦，好的，
因为买了好
好的，
几条，所以送几个，送几个。
谢谢，好。
这个我这个买过了，这个也好吃啊，都好吃，给我点冰可以吗？
好，可以。
我小朋友打车到7点才回去。啊，我也是买的。我正好走过路过。差不多了，谢谢啊。
In my state, in order to do something like this, you need both a commercial permit and a dealer's permit. In order to get a dealer's permit, there are different requirements that you have to meet, which may include a state health inspection or a local board of health inspection. And in case you're wondering, it was a massive pain in the butt. If you want to be notified the next time we have fish in the state of Massachusetts and are selling, text fish to the number on the screen and you'll be put on a text message notification list.
Thanks for coming again.
Yeah, no problem. Now I've had it. It's been a while though. It's phenomenal. Thanks for the advice.
Thank you, bro. If you have any questions, message me about how to prepare it.
Yeah.
We ended up selling over 180 pounds of mackerel direct to consumer. But I specifically set some mackerel aside for my friend Barry. See, I recently learned from Barry that Irish people love to eat mackerel. And Barry's not day drinking at a bar in Boston Irish. He's like proper Irish.
All right, so today I'm joined with my friend Barry and his son Ty, and Barry was nice enough to have us over. So I gave Barry mackerel and I found out that Irish people actually eat mackerel.
Love mackerel.
Which I did not know that.
Love mackerel.
So whenever I go mackerel fishing with all my buddies, what's the secret to mackerel fishing?
Ethnicity.
They're all like, oh, this is just for the Asian people.
We're talking about the same people who I saw eat grass shrimp.
Only
No.
Asian people eat mackerel.
And the poor Irish people who can't afford salmon. That's for us.
So I was shocked because I gave you mackerel and you sent me a picture of like it grilled, and I was like, that looks super good.
Delicious.
So what's the story on mackerel back home?
It's just super abundant. So I live right by the coast, southwest coast of Ireland, and just Atlantic mackerel fishing. It's almost all we fish for.
Really?
Yeah, when you can go, well, where we are anyway, like you can go, you know, there's rivers and lakes everywhere, but right by the ocean. You're pulling in, you know, same as yourself, 100 mackerel at a time,
Nice.
all summer long, and we just grilling. Yeah, right by the west coast of Ireland. We just eat a ton of mackerel.
So mackerel's not just for Asian people, guys.
It's not.
Not just for Asian people.
Yeah, I am not Asian.
If you didn't know already. Yeah. So Barry's gonna show us a little Irish grilled mackerel the way that he does it. It looked really good on camera.
We're gonna do a little kind of garlic, lemon, parsley sauce to cover it. Just put it on rice. It's the best. So you can de-gill them and keep the head on, but there's a ton of blood in the gill, so you get that kind of like metallic kind of flavor off it.
Yeah.
So I find easier just to cut the head off. I know some people get mad about it, but I go like right underneath the fin and just come down at like a 45-degree angle, slice down till you meet the resistance, flick it to the other side, do the same thing. Head comes right off, and then all like the majority of the blood and stuff's in the gills then, and then you can just go straight in from the bum hole all the way up. Try and get it between the two fins if you can. And that's her open. Now we just get all this nice fun stuff out of here. You can see the bloodline in the back. So similar to the gills, like you can see there, like all the blood that's in there. But if you take this bloodline out, you're gonna completely get rid of that kind of metallic flavor. So what I do is I do a little slit right on the top of the bloodline there, and then you can pretty much just scrape it out.
This is so surreal to me.
Is this exactly what you do?
I've never seen a non-Asian person do this.
We're breaking barriers here.
Like,
people.
you know exactly what to do, everything.
But this is I like. If there's any more steps you do after this, you're at a loss because
No, this is it. This is all I do.
Rinse that out underwater, and then 90% of that's going to be. Excuse me, handsome. Beep beep. So cold water, and just rinse it all out, and that's it. Like you don't need to do anything else. You just pick the hole out a little bit just to make sure you're good. Yeah, I was really surprised when they told me nobody eats mackerel over here. 3 slices, just enough to get through the skin, a little bit of the flesh. You definitely don't want to go the whole way through. And then go against it and just get a little X. And then when you fire them on the grill, they get all like nice and crispy.
Oh, that's chefy right there.
And it just looks real. Yeah, it's like doing
That's chefy.
the score on top of sourdough bread. Like some people get really artsy with it and it looks savage. But I think it does make a difference just for the extra little bit of crisp.
Dude, you are a professional mackerel eater.
It's just so nice, but it's so easy. And it's like that dinner that we had after we got the mackerel off you the first time. Like that was the nicest thing we've cooked in God knows how long. You forget the difference between fresh fish and not fresh fish. Like it's not the same thing at all. A little fish massage, Tiggy. You want to give the fish a massage? Meow. Tiggy, we're going to Ireland soon. Maybe we'll go mackerel fishing with your uncle. Right, so we're gonna go juice of a whole lemon. 1/4 cup of Italian's finest market basket olive oil. Okay, so we have parsley. I think this is Italian parsley, but like flat leaf parsley would work as well. And if you're Irish and you know what parsley sauce is for bacon and cabbage, that's the reason I have parsley in my fridge. Nice chunky cloves of garlic. Dude, this is gonna be so nice.
I'm so excited.
So excited. And I haven't eaten anything yet today. I didn't have breakfast.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, this is perfect. So all we're gonna do with this really is brush it over the mackerel as soon as it's done cooking. Like that's it. You don't need to like marinate anything. A nice pinch, again, because Irish people like their spicy food, obviously, of red pepper flakes. A little bit of dried oregano, or oregano, as you guys say in the ye old US of A. Just like a regular sized pinch of dried oregano. Only the finest Celtic sea salt.
Ooh, Celtic sea salt.
Gotta do it, baby. Pint of water with half a lemon and like a pinch of sea salt. Especially if you're hungover. So it's probably too much red pepper in there realistically, but it's still gonna be awesome.
incredible.
Yeah, it's real nice. Give it a sniff.
Oh yeah, that's like I would drink that.
So you can if you want.
What do you want to show me, Godzilla?
An Irishman explaining to an Asian man how to make rice. This is gonna be good.
I mean, I'm curious.
Next, Michael's gonna show me how to make corned beef and cabbage. And then as soon as it's boiling, cover it, set it on the lowest setting, and set a timer for 10 minutes. After that 10 minutes, turn the heat off, but leave the cover on for another 5 minutes, and you will have the perfect rice every time.
You can tell that Barry's into food because he's letting the rice cook and doing something at the same time. He's efficient with his time.
I'm not panicking.
The rice is going and he's cooking the mackerel at the same time, so they'll finish at the same time.
Look at this.
Because we're hungry. Monster trucks and mackerel.
If you put salt on the fish,
Yes.
then the salt will get inside the fish's mouth.
Well, do you know what? We're actually going to put salt inside the fish's belly right now.
What?
Yeah, so same way you do like the cavity of a chicken. I would salt the inside a little bit just to...
They gave the fish heads to Luna.
Who's Luna?
Our cat.
Okay. Turn her down
Wait,
to medium.
This is your
plenty.
fish box?
That is my fish box.
I did not
fish
know
box.
you had
Yeah, alright. He's living the dream. So, skin side down. And this isn't going to take long at all. We're probably going to do like 4 minutes aside, maybe 5 at a push. But like 4 minutes would probably do it. Alright, we'll see you in 4 minutes.
Guess what?
What?
I love pasta.
You love pasta?
Yeah, do you?
I love pasta.
Me too. Whoa!
Ta-da! Yeah, already smells salad.
Dada,
Yes, my love.
what are those things on the fish that were called X's?
I just cut little X's in it to make them look cool. What do you think?
Yeah.
So what I like to do is use like one of these, just grab the end of the tail, which will be fine. See a little bit coming off there. But, okay, I lost a little bit of skin there, but it's not too bad. Not too bad, guys. We're gonna be okay.
Dada, skin.
What's skin?
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting a bit skinned.
Dada.
But
Oh, that's a pretty damn
not
good
too
job.
bad, not too bad. Could be worse.
They look big.
They do look big. They look yummy, Tyke. What do you think? When you have like stuff this good on your doorstep, it just seems outrageous to me to not take advantage of it. It's like when I meet people in New England who've never skied or snowboarded. It's like, guys, come on. Do you know? Like I grew up somewhere where there's no snow, and it's crazy to me that people grow up with the ability to do it and not do it.
Yeah.
It's always good when the fish is twice as big as the plate you're using. The rice will soak up all that extra sauce, and it is so good. It's just so lemony.
And it's not like it's like a super rich butter sauce.
No, not at all. That's the thing. It looks like it's a lot. It's really,
Can you
really light.
juggle?
Really, really light.
Super simple too. I mean, it's like you saw everything that went into it. It's just good ingredients, fresh ingredients. People say that good cooking is 90% ingredients, 10%
I would
skill.
entirely agree with that. The thing is, like, if the fish wasn't so fresh, that's when you need to add all this shit to it. If you got like a, I don't know, can you get like mackerel at Market Basket? Probably not. But if you did find mackerel at Market Basket and you made it like this, I don't know if.
You'd be like, ooh.
Yeah, there's not enough to cover the unfreshness of the fish. If that makes sense. Dude, I'm really excited. I'm absolutely starving. Yeah, and that's the thing about the bones. I don't know if you can see it. You see the way they're kind of there. If you can scrape the meat back, and like the bones, they're not really like there's no bones in this kind of pile of meat that I got here. So it's not that bad. Complain. It's so good, dude. It's so nice. Not to pat myself on the back, I know self-praise is no praise, but I nailed it. This is delicious.
Yeah.
It's such a like a light meat. You pull back like that, and there's no bones in
Oh,
there.
Dad, you have to.
So it's not, you're not picking bones out of your teeth if you start digging into it. But if you pull it back from the spine, there's no messing around with bones at all.
Dada.
And it's so nice.
Dada.
You want to try it?
No, Dad.
Dude.
All right, I'm up. I'm gonna try this immaculate mackerel.
Oh
Immaculate.
yeah, you had to try it.
I'm gonna get a combo bite with rice. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I mean, that's as good as. Oh my gosh,
Right?
the sauce adds so much to it.
It's so nice, yeah.
The sauce adds so much to
such
it.
a difference, and it just makes the rice more enjoyable because once the fish is gone,
Oh my gosh,
like it's
this is, I think, some of the best mackerel I've ever had.
and so simple. Lemon juice, oil, a couple of spices, salt, a little bit of water.
I think this
That's
might
it.
be my new favorite way of eating mackerel.
Yeah, this is the best.
Oh my gosh. Barry and I both thoroughly enjoyed our mackerel. I also had not eaten anything all day. And by the time we were through, there was nothing left other than 2 empty spines. You might be wondering why me and Barry have time on a weekday to just like fart around and cook mackerel lunch together. It's because
we're lazy immigrants and we don't work.
yeah, lazy immigrants. Obviously I do fishing for income. Barry actually has also a very unique business himself. He runs a mobile Irish pub on wheels. It's basically this giant mobile pub called the Wandering Druid.
It's basically like if you imagine a food truck, but it's, you know, for alcohol. So like, let's say if we're having a birthday party or a wedding, we'll just show up at your house. There's a full bar inside. It's a bit dirty right now, but if you want to see, it's it's got a bar, it's got taps, it's got seating. It's got a whole shebang. It's an entire, got speakers in the ceiling, a TV in the back.
It's a very cool experience. Like, it's very hard to describe. And through the video, it does not do it justice.
No, it doesn't.
I've been in it. I enjoyed a very enjoyable evening for a Christmas party. It's so much fun. It is. Words cannot describe how fun it is. Huge shout out to Barry for this amazing mackerel lunch. I'll leave a link in my description if you want to book him for any of your events. And make sure to check out our new Tackle to the People hats that just dropped.